Non ti avvicinare tanto, eh?
Sardinia, Sicily, and Calabria are at the epicenter of Hurricane Harry. Winds exceeding 110 to 120 kilometers per hour, heavy rain, and storm surges along exposed coastlines have prompted the Civil Protection Department to issue a red alert for the 3 regions, which will remain in effect for the next 24 hours. This emergency situation will peak today, Tuesday, January 20, before easing on Wednesday.
Buongiorno dall'isola di Lipari, sono le 7 e il mare sta invadendo il porto.
This is the impact of a low-pressure system between the Sardinian Strait and the Tunisian coast, which has completely affected the main islands and Calabria. Accumulated rainfall of more than 300 millimeters is expected in less than 48 hours, more than 3 months of rainfall, accompanied by offshore waves of up to 8 to 9 meters in the Ionian Sea and the lower Tyrrhenian Sea, and between 6 and 7 meters on the coast of eastern Sardinia and the Ionian coasts of Sicily and Calabria. Mayors of capital cities from Cagliari to Olbia, Palermo to Catania, Catanzaro to Reggio Calabria, and in several provinces of the 3 regions, have decided as a precaution to close schools, universities, government offices, parks, cemeteries, and sports facilities. Scheduled institutional meetings have also been cancelled. Maritime connections are facing difficulties. In Sardinia, ships to the mainland in Cagliari and Olbia and ferries to Corsica have been suspended, and access to the island of Caprera has also been closed. 2 shepherds from Ogliastra, Urzulai, have been missing since Monday morning following flooding in the Margiani River. In Sicily, ferries to the Aeolian Islands have been blocked, while in Calabria, 7 families in Catanzaro are isolated due to a landslide. The mayor of the same municipality has also decided to close the seaside promenade. Municipalities under red alert have seen their towns return to the same deserted, lockdown-era desert. All municipal operation centers, known as COCs, have been activated, while the civil protection departments of the 3 regions continue to monitor the evolving weather situation, in close contact with the mayors. In Sardinia, the severe weather was described by experts as an unprecedented phenomenon, especially on the southeast coast. The weather will continue to worsen until January 20, and we do not rule out the possibility of a resurgence on Wednesday, reported Regional Environment Councillor Rosanna Lacconi from the Civil Protection Department's decision-making chamber. Many roads in Sardinia are closed to traffic, including State Highway 195 Sulcitana between Cagliari and Capoterra, Provincial Road 71 in Tulida, and State Highway 198 in Garo, Ogliastra. In Torp, In the province of Nuoro, dozens of families with homes along the banks of the Posada River, which has swollen from the rain and is at risk of flooding, have been evacuated. Waterways are under special surveillance, with maximum attention paid to dams and reservoirs, especially those on the Flumindosa, Stanali, Sicily, and Guturu Manu rivers. Week 4 thus opens with a general worsening of weather conditions, accompanied by a decrease in the national average temperature of around 1 degree Celsius compared to the previous week. This decrease will primarily affect northern Italy, while the opposite trend will be observed in the south, with temperatures continuing to rise thanks to strong, warm winds. During this week, week 4 of 2026, temperatures are expected to decrease across most of the peninsula, both compared to the previous week and the same period in 2025. The national average temperature will remain around 7 degrees Celsius, marking a decrease of 1 degree compared to week 3 and 2 degrees compared to last year. Strong northerly winds will be expected in western Liguria, gusting up to 100 km/offshore. Strong easterly winds will be expected in the central Tyrrhenian Sea and Sardinia, gusting up to 100 km/h. Strong sirocco winds are expected in the southern Tyrrhenian Sea, the Strait of Sardinia, the Strait of Sicily, and the southern Ionian Sea, with gusts of up to 100 km/h. Sea conditions are rough to rough in the western basin, the Tyrrhenian Sea, and the Strait. Strong storm surges are expected in the areas of Cagliari, Syracuse, Catania, Messina, Reggio Calabria, and Catanzaro. Wave peaks of up to 6 meters are expected in the Ionian Sea and the Strait of Sicily. Strong tramontana winds are expected in western Liguria, with gusts of up to 100 km/h offshore. Strong easterly winds in the Tyrrhenian Sea and the Strait of Sardinia, with gusts exceeding 100 km/h. Strong sirocco winds are expected in the Strait of Sicily, the southern and northern Ionian Sea, with gusts exceeding 100 km/h. Seas are rough in the western and southern basins, with maximum waves of up to 8/9 meters. Severe storm surge in the area of Cagliari, Syracuse, Catania, Ionian coast of Messina, Ionian coast of Reggio Calabria, Catanzaro area. The tramontana and Greekale winds are weakening in the north-central basin. Strong sirocco winds persist in the Ionian Sea. The sea will remain rough in the Ionian Sea, with waves decreasing elsewhere. Strong storm surges are possible in the Crotone and Catanzaro areas. The Regional Civil Protection Department continues its monitoring and coordination activities following the severe weather wave hitting Sicily, which peaked today on the Ionian coast near Etna and eastern Sicily. An orange weather warning was issued in Palermo in the past few hours, and schools, parks, outdoor sports facilities, and cemeteries were closed. At the San Giovanni La Punta headquarters, DRPC Director General Salvo Casina has activated and is managing the Advanced Operations Center, COA, which coordinates operations and maintains communication with the prefecture, municipalities, firefighters, Emergency Medical Services, ANAS, National Agency for Emergency Services, Rete Ferroviaria Italiana, Italian Railway Network, ENEL, and other operational units. The development of the weather phenomenon is being monitored directly by the Palermo Civil Protection Department's Operational Center, said Salvo Casina, head of the Regional Civil Protection Department. The regional president, Renato Schifani, is following the developments and is in constant communication with the Director General. No significant structural problems have been reported in the province of Palermo. Timely interventions have been carried out to remove fallen trees and repair dry stone walls damaged by the wind and storm. Strong gusts of wind were reported on the Palermo-Sciacca highway, with branches broken along the road. Specifically, in Palermo, Reset has activated approximately 130 operational units from 6:30 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. and 22 units from 2 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock p.m., spread across the district. 11 civil protection patrols are also available to support control and prevention efforts, with special attention to the most sensitive areas in the region.